Once again, Icepocalypse V2 potentially still happening. But we're here for Tigers franchise. Tarek Skubal on the mound, always a great thing for us. We're going up against Logan Gilbert, who is certainly a capable starting pitcher. Can be very good when he's on. Didn't look like he was on in his first start of the year. He won, but has an ERA nearing 6, so we shall see what happens today. Skubal just got a little bit of a bad break, was the first pitcher out there, and really the first time I had pitched a full game since our one spring training game on release day. So, looking to get Skub back to his usual self here today. And a surprise to me that he is on the mound for the finale here in Seattle. That should mean Jack Flaherty is starting the home opener here in a couple days. We got a day off tomorrow after this game today. Which is why, if we get through today, we still have power. I think Thursday's a great day to do wheel spins, but we'll see. Again, not committing to anything yet for Nashville Mudcats franchise. So we'll get through this Tigers game today, and we got Red Wings coming up as well to get back on schedule with that. Yesterday's game against the Blues, so a bit of a busy day.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got open-air baseball for you on the show. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. And towing the slab in this one, Logan Gilbert.
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least.
Well, the roof is open here for the finale in Seattle. Logan Gilbert on the mound for Seattle. Tarek Skubal, his opposition.
I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
Slow feeling splitter catches the corner. And now I do expect to be challenged a little bit more here today than we were yesterday. Wow. Okay. Not much you can do about either of those first 2 pitches. Went fishing for the corner and missed. 1-2 on Colt Keith. Rubber match here today between the Tigers and the Mariners, looking for our first series win of the year. Wow. If that there is any indication of what we are going to see today out of Logan Gilbert, we are in big trouble. Felt like we timed that fairly well there with Colt, but no results. Slightly late on it. Ramped that fastball. Excuse me, fastball up to 98 miles an hour. Down low. Starts Andy Ibanez off the same way he started Colt Keith. However, missed the corner this time.
A curve, and occasionally uses a cutter.
And he's been on the corners, out of the zone or on the corners. You got to give him credit for that. A quick second out. No real reason to go after a pitch like that, but unfortunately, it's just kind of the way that it goes here. Early in the season, early in the game. Just not warmed up from the very start of these games right now.
Regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for
error. So two-away Riley Green, he had a solid day yesterday, back in the hit column. Early season average at .333.
They can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Riley Green stands in now.
That slider moves a lot.
2 out spaces.
See the career numbers between Green and Gilbert. Oh, man.
At a slider.
This guy's pounding.
Shaping up to be a quick first inning. Not the best pitch, really, that we've seen to hit so far from Gilbert, and just pulled the trigger way too soon. Down low. 3 sliders to Green. That one just missed away.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
2-2, we have at least made Gilbert throw 10 pitches. That wasn't looking all that certain through 2 outs. Up high, 3-2. Well, you extend innings for Kerry Carpenter, good things can happen. They haven't happened yet in 2025, but only a matter of time. And way outside.
Right.
Whoa.
He was down early in that plate appearance.
So Riley Green works the walk. I don't know what Gilbert's plan was there. Guess they'd rather face Carpenter. Hitless in 14 at-bats on the year. Had 2 strikeouts in his 0 for 4 last night. Oh my God.
Kerry Carpenter.
Oh man, that curveball. Such late action, but the fact that it broke so much, my God. Right back up the middle, there it is. First hit of the season for Kerry Carpenter, perfectly timed up. And the Tigers have 2 on with 1 away. Rather, 2 away.
So now the DH spot, Spencer Torkelson.
You knew it was only gonna be a matter of time. Carp was only gonna be cold for so long. Oh.
There's the slider. 0-1.
Unfortunately, just not timing that up. Either that or it's just really hard to barrel up just early on that, says the timing. Man, Torque could have driven that out of here. And we contact right field. Should end the first inning and does. Tigers get a couple on, a walk and a single, including the first hit of the year for Kerry Carpenter. Eric Skubal makes start number 2. Face Robles, Bliss, Julio Rodriguez in the first. Like I said, we really didn't do Skubal a lot of favors there in opening day. Probably left him out there a little bit too long, too.
Well, this guy had a bunch of wins last year, and I'll tell you what, as a position player, when you've got a pitcher that's going to go out there, take the ball, and put you in a position to win.
Still a decent strikeout rate for how minimal he actually did too well.
And that's who he was for his team last year.
Right back up the middle on the first pitch, and they get the leadoff man on against Skub.
Slice that one into center.
Well, that started and ended.
I'm starting to think that we just need to not even bother really throwing sinkers, cutters, anything. We're getting started a little bit. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. Well, anyway, after a brief disconnection, after what might have been Icepocalypse 2, hard to say. 1 on, nobody out for Ryan Bliss.
And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
We will see what today brings. I would like to get Tigers and Red Wings done here today. With the weather and the internet situations, hard to say. Change up. Could be 2. Slow roller. Ibanez fires to first. They called him safe. Might want to take a look at that. For the moment, Robles is safe. We'll get a better look at it here. No challenge prompt. Actually, Robles was out. Bliss is safe. And that might be a little bit of a worse situation, as here is Rodriguez.
The Mariners knew what they had. Signed him in July of 2017 for a little under $2 million when Rodriguez was...
Runner on the move. Change up thrown, and Rogers drops it on the transfer. So runner on second now with 1 away. First steal of the year for Ryan Bliss.
Here is the 3rd and final game of the series.
Slider will also miss 3-0. And after what Rodriguez did in game 1 of this series, it's just probably best to just not really give him much of anything here. Ooh, good fastball there from Skub. A late arrival, but not too late. Well, we did just disconnect briefly, so we will, you haven't missed much. We'll take that walk, honestly. Base clear. No real reason to go after Rodriguez. However, we do have a switch hitter here in Cal Raleigh. Plenty of power. Fastball in. Don't leave another one there. Changeup foul
He's
away.
looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
2 on, 1 out.
Curveball. Could be 2. A dive from Colt Keith. He couldn't get it. The throw from Margot home is not in time. 1-0 Seattle. Man, we can't get a good start with Tarik Skubal. That pitch missed inside. From the looks of it, and Raleigh just sliced it the other way.
Now at the plate, Luke Raley.
That was a curveball that missed down and in. Big trouble here early. Luke Raley, ball 1.
It just misses.
This might be the most
personally, it's hard to complain outside of our weather-related issues.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third.
Fouled away by Raley. I mean, really important to keep this damage to a minimum. Slider catches the zone.
And it's 1-2.
Luke Raley off to a hot start. 353. Curveball, and he wouldn't chase. It's 2-2. Might just try one of them Skubal fastballs, try and blow it by somebody. No! No, no, no!
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
First inning, we're already in trouble, and you give him that?
Goes down looking.
Deserved.
Oh, nice job right there.
Luke Raley, umpire gave him a little bit of false confidence there. And now it's a Rosarena. Slow start to the year.
Now it's Randy Arozarena.
Fastball, the same damn spot as that previous one is called.
But here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can
change up, missed off the plate. And it's 0-2 on Arozarena. Curveball down the line, foul. My God. So, I mean, pretty much since we've been back online, we've only done Tigers franchise. Blown out Saturday by the Dodgers. Got swept in that series. And then Seattle won the first game of this series. We won last night. Trying to win this series here today.
The 0-2.
In the air, shallow right. So the damage will be kept to a minimum.
He makes the grab.
As Manuel Margot is there. The Mariners are on the board thanks to Cal Raleigh. How he hit this where he did, I don't think I will ever know. Looked like he got out in front on a curveball down and in. Yep, we won last night. Good pitching performance out of Casey Mize in the bullpen. And yes, we got chartered very briefly, hoping it's not an indication of things to come.
McKinstry measures 6 feet even, 29 years old, usually a shortstop, but today
it was nasty pitching for the most part in the first inning from Logan Gilbert. He lost his touch there for a second against Riley Green. Carp got his first hit of the year. 1-0. On McKinstry, that's chop foul.
And that's foul.
I don't know what it is with the breaking stuff, mainly the splitter and the slider from Gilbert. It just doesn't feel as fast as it should feel. It's very, very strange. That'll miss inside. Yeah, I've been batting Manuel Margot 9th. Essentially, it's just that second type leadoff hitter, you know. I do like to do that. Oh, that's the cutter that time. Hadn't seen it yet. Oh, man, he had left so many sliders over the middle of the plate like that. I think we were on it if it was one of them. Late on the cutter. That'll miss. Full count. So we've got Torque and Margot off the board as well. Trace Sweeney due up next. And popped up. It's a good cutter and a 2-strike count. Clipped the very top of the zone. Certainly not a bad swing there, but just nothing really going on with it.
Trace Sweeney.
Trace Sweeney, 222 to start 2025. And in the air to center. Hit fairly well. Chasing Rodriguez back near the warning track, but two away. It's good stuff out of Trey. Haven't really seen him make that hard a contact yet. Just don't think he's got home run power for the most part. Oh.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
We're going to get one of those sliders and curveballs today. If Gilbert sticks around long enough, really feels like we will.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Gilbert is dealing early on. You can feel that. 0-2 on Rogers. Yeah. His slider's just not doing all that much, and it's just kind of fooling me. He's got so many pitches that are breaking down that I'm thinking it's going to be low, and it just winds up not being the case.
The Mariners won, and the Tigers nothing. Back in Seattle, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the Mariners.
The worst overall baseball man on the team from Detroit. That would be Ryan Kreidler, but he's not in the order today. Outside of that, I actually think it's Manuel Margot, so we may have to rethink.
Back to work. Misses just off the outside.
Man, oh man. We're going to get through today and the potential weather today before we kind of reschedule our wheel spins. Down the line, and Colt Keith can't get another one.
Stays fair. Around first and hustling for
Move Colt Keith to first base, and he has missed two here in the early going.
He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good, balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Oh, man. Well, here's J.P. Crawford, been a menace through 2 games in this series.
Fastball for a strike.
Went 3 for 4 in the opener. Didn't really have that much success last night, but certainly hit the ball hard. Oh, the umpires give us a favor.
Started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes and very difficult.
Curveball would just miss.
For a left-handed hitter to track.
Everything away from Crawford so far.
Man at second.
Fastball, he was on that, ripped it foul. Yeah, it's not really letting up. Change up, that's fouled away down the left field line.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
I just can't put any Mariners away. Casey Mize had a good chunk of strikeouts yesterday, but not enough. Good slider is ripped down the right field line and gone.
And they tack on to their lead. It's 3.
What happened here? I say good slider. Timing a pitch up perfect doesn't mean it's good anymore. These pitches are going wherever the fuck they feel. So Lord knows this probably missed middle of the plate and Crawford turned on it. Yep, middle of the plate. Perfectly timed slider, misses right in the middle. Great. Cool. I don't really get what you're supposed to do.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on.
Like, I feel like the pitch never goes where it wants, where it should when you time it perfect.
Check swing, and he went.
It's 0-2 on Dylan Moore. Seattle has scored in each of the first 2 innings, and we just can't put anybody away. Curveball, and again, I know the curveball is a little bit different, but the fact that it just seems to always be around the perimeter of that big circle when we do time it well is really concerning. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout for Skub, the first out of the second.
After giving up the homer.
And I forgot that was a 2-run home run for Crawford as well. So even better.
1 for 1 with a single so far.
Top of the order is already back around.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
0-1.
Skubal 1 for 7, or Robles rather, 1 for 7 against Skubal. That one hit came today. And he drops down a bunt, and it's perfect. However, it goes foul.
This guy at the dish excels.
Just moved enough.
Be careful with him out there on the mound.
Curveball, a flinch from Robles. And now the 1-2. Got it looking.
And that's 2 in a row.
Couple of strikeouts for Skub here in the second. His third of the game.
2 outs, base is empty.
But now Ryan Bliss.
Up next for the Mariners.
Hitless on the season still, despite reaching his first time today.
And that one is in for a strike.
And again, I mean, we really can't afford to fall down much more than 3 runs.
Next offering is in for a strike.
I mean, not at all. Curveball. That's just such a good pitch. And you got a guy that's sitting here hitless, albeit in 5 at-bats, but he didn't even flinch at it.
He's ready to move on to the next pitch.
In the air to center. Chasing Green back. 2 more for the Mariners here in the second. And this is a concerning start to the year for Tarek Skubal. It really is. Had an ERA of 12 entering this game, and I don't think it's going to get a lot better at this rate. And fairly realistic, Tigers IRL entered today 2-3.
And we're back.
We're 1-4.
Inning, digging in, Manuel Margot.
Here is Margot. Just need to see Gilbert make some more mistakes. He has been lights out, and
got some runs across. This is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
You just hope that he can get through.
Don't let the Tigers get hot.
Back up there while they're hot.
Yeah, it's just he's throwing that slider so much, and when he's got that splitter too, by the time you have to commit, I mean, he's throwing the slider a whole hell of a lot more than the splitter. But I keep thinking it's splitter and that it's going to go low, and it's just not. Back up the middle and a hit for Margot.
And a base hit right there.
Well, went in with a different approach there. That time.
I'd say a mistake pitch.
Tried to sit on that slider low since he's loved to throw it there, and Margot soft serves it into center.
Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Back to the top of the Detroit
the top of the order swings around
Colt
second
Keith
time
up now
through.
for the
Colt
Tigers.
Keith, you saw what he had to
time.
deal with in his first at-bat. And, I mean, that was the entire first inning until he just fell apart, Gilbert did, against Riley Green. And a ground ball, and Colt Keith, for the second straight day, has grounded into a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays.
Got his first home run of the season in Game 1 of this series. Ever since, big struggles for Colt.
Andy Ibanez up now for the Tigers.
Andy Ibanez.
Flied to right his first time.
He can reach. That'll extend the inning for Green.
That one finds the zone.
Regretting that take.
Strike 1.
Haven't seen a first pitch fastball in a hittable location really at all. And he threw the cutter. I mean, good luck catching up to that. I mean, you start to see it move, and then by the point that you try and realize what it is, it's way too late. And Andy gets hit. 2-strike count. And Andy Ibanez is on after a hit by pitch. So Riley Green will bat.
Walked his first time.
Didn't want much to do with Riley after going ahead 0-2. In the air to center! Riley Green with a no-doubter to make it a 1-run game. We've been trying to manifest it all season long. You extend the innings with 2 outs to let Riley Green or Kerry Carpenter bat. Good things happen, and good things just did happen. Riley Green's first of the year. I do, the new home run, the no doubt animation, I know some people aren't a big fan of it. I kind of really like it. You just know immediately. And then the fact that you kind of see the ball fly out like you would on a broadcast, don't really care for the big pop-up in the center of the screen about the distance. And look at how little Rodriguez waved to it as it flied over his head.
So 2 away with nobody on. And up next for Detroit, Kerry Carpenter.
So here's Carp. Down low.
And that is downstairs.
Oh, no.
And it's 1-0.
Man, that's huge, especially with Skubel's struggles here in the first 2 innings. Absolutely massive. Ooh.
And it's even up.
First pitch fastball there to Carpenter. Didn't think he was going to go back to it there. Was really expecting slider. I think that's a good pitch to sit on right here. It was just not there. Obviously looking to pull it with Carpenter, and not really a great location to do so. 1-2.
Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an
Down
easy
low.
one to throw either.
That one missed.
No, I would. The only thing that I don't like, and I do agree with some people on this, is that I would much rather see the ball just fly the entire way. And but I get that from this camera angle, there's no easy transition to be like, go back to the pitcher and then see the ball fly, kind of like a real broadcast. It'd be a little bit of a mess.
2 outs.
Way late on that swing, but what a splitter from Gilbert. Good protection from Carpenter. Pitch number 40 upcoming for Logan Gilbert. Fouled away again. We got that slider, but much lower than we wanted it for any sort of damage. And that misses outside. And, you know, we've scored a couple runs this inning. We've made Gilbert work. I'd say a successful third, regardless of what Carpenter does here. And that's into left center. Hit fairly well, but not really much of a threat. Just shy of the warning track. Ends the inning. The Riley Greens, first of the season, scores 2. And the Tigers are down just a run.
You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show.
Carp's first will come. It won't be too long.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series
So there,
played out
you
so
see if you missed it, the results in this game. Played a fairly good game 1. I really thought that was a game that we should have won. One big mistake from Jackson Jobe, sent over the outfield wall by Julio Rodriguez. And that is who leads off this bottom of the third. Looking for a clean inning out of Skub.
Strike 1.
Fastball could be playable here for Margot, and it is. That ball never really moved. I certainly expected it to kind of slice a little bit, never did. So an easy out there on Rodriguez. Cal Raleigh with the bases clear.
Drove in a run his first time through.
Exactly how you like to see him, and yeah, I have no idea. That fooled me too. Oh my. And we got no doubted. 4-2. Cal Raleigh. Fastball on the outside part of the plate is pulled. And the Mariners double their lead. I can't believe that, man. I mean, I know it's Cal Raleigh. You throw him anything in the strike zone, it can be dangerous, but man, oh man. It's just, it doesn't feel like that type of pitch. He's just so far out in front on it, barrels it up, and skies this thing as well. But Carpenter never had a chance at him.
Gets the lob and gets the home run.
I mean, this is just a really concerning trend with Tarek Skubal. Once again, you aim for the corner, and it just, you perfect time it, but it's right on the outside of the circle there. of where the pitch could go.
And 1-1.
Still only one away here in the third. Mariners have scored in every inning, and Margot with a long run here on this one. Right center field. He is not going to get it. It's off the base of the wall. Plenty of speed for Luke Raley. It's a triple, but he came home. What the fuck?
He tried for the inside to Parker, and he couldn't make it. 2 down, bases empty.
The throw was home by the time that
He's 0 for 1.
he even rounded the third base back.
Foul ball there.
Yeah, that does get one of those. How about another? I mean, hell, we had time to run down the baseline to go get him.
Here in the last half of the third.
That's another pitch, though, that I just don't know how he got underneath it enough to drive it like that. Curveball. It wasn't really thrown all that well, but... oh, boy. Fouled off again.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
Another concerning part, really, of the whole Tigers rotation is just... we don't really have a lot of strikeouts.
Down, nobody on.
Down the line again. And I mean, so many pitches that we have thrown to these guys that they are able to foul away.
Just wondering who's going to blink first.
He's going to foul that one straight back into the netting.
Fights that one away.
I believe that's 7 straight foul balls for Randy Arozarena.
Coming up.
And down the line, Margot, this one is carrying, but Manny's there to end the inning. A solo shot for Cal Raleigh makes it a 4-2 game. Tigers got to feel like they're back in it, though. We gotta find a way to keep the ball in the ballpark. The Mariners off the scoreboard. I mean,
back at T-Mobile Park, out of the fourth. Now here is Spencer Torkelson.
Torkelson with a fairly deep fly out his first time.
First pitch, just misses.
Saw 2 pitches pretty much right down the middle Tort's first time.
And another ball.
Right now,
Gilbert has gotten the majority of the calls on the edges like that. Interesting to see him not get one there.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Of course.
Well, these Tigers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count.
What?
And they've been able to push a couple
what, a
of
round?
to score as well.
That one misses.
Somehow this is a full count. This at-bat has been all over the place from the very start.
The ripple effect of that high pitch
Cabin
count
pressure
might set 'em up
negative.
to do more damage later in this game.
And that'll be a walk.
So a leadoff walk.
It's a walk we probably already deserved, but Torque gets on base. It's the second walk for Gilbert today. And here is McKinstry.
Now the third baseman, Zach McKinstry. Flied to center his first time. He's 0 for 1.
And in the air to center, that's going to be caught by Rodriguez.
Settles under it, squeezes it, and there's one down.
Curveball just got on us a little bit too fast and also kind of jammed us up. Came a little bit farther inside than I was expecting.
Trey Sweeney digs in now.
Trey Sweeney. Hit a ball fairly well to center field his first time. Wind is blowing out there today.
He was late there, strike one.
Fastball, first pitch fastball, no less. Not been something that Gilbert has gone to very much.
Pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit.
First time he really slowed down the cutter.
As a hitter, looks juicy, and
92 there on that.
Almost in the catcher's mitt.
They've been seeing that 94, 95. Up and in.
Ball 1.
I don't like to say he
Gilbert for Cy Young. He pitches all season like he's pitched today. I think he'll be in that conversation. That'll miss inside.
Shortstop takes the ball.
But Gilbert's been in this spot a couple different times. Up 0-2 in the count, and then just lets guys off the hook.
And that
3-2.
And a full countdown.
You got Jake Rogers due up next. Big 3-2 pitch here.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
I think we chased ball 4, but that was just low. E. And a left field. Not gonna drop.
Pulls it down. That's out number 2.
It's just an ongoing problem. Really is. We get runners on base. We can't really push them home.
Struck out swinging.
Rogers to strike out his first AB. Home run and a single last night.
Ball 1 there.
No strike.
Rogers representing the tying run here in the 4th.
There's the strike.
Throws that splitter on the outside part. We ain't got no chance. It's going to have us flailing at it like a changeup.
Swing
Wow.
and a miss. As he was out front that time.
2 strikes.
Badly missed 2 splitters. That'll miss
And the
away.
next pitch is way outside.
I mean, this is the kind of Logan Gilbert approach that you'd expect. Nothing but breaking stuff, even though he's got a very good fastball. There it is.
That is his 3rd of the game.
Only the 3rd strikeout for Gilbert, though. We're doing better on that regard, but we continue to leave runners on base, and we're not going to win a lot of games this season if we continue to do this.
And welcome back to the ballpark. John Chami.
We're kind of reaching the point in this series finale where Tarek Skubal really needs a clean inning. Badly.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Well, these
Mariners have put up
doing a
4
good
runs
job
in
of
3
simply
innings.
getting the bat on the ball in this game,
Scored in
and the numbers
every
back that
inning.
up. And
And they've just been on him. I mean, limiting the strikeouts for Skub.
That they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Fly ball once again down the right field line for Margot. I don't know why we continue to get those. I guess because that outfield wall does kind of jut out a little bit, but I don't know why those are like...
So up next,
That's the 3rd time we've gotten one of those today.
here in this one.
It's really strange. Here is Crawford. Ball
That
1.
one's upstairs, ball 1.
I don't really know what the approach needs to be for J.P. Crawford. It just doesn't seem to matter.
And the slider.
Perfect
just
slider.
misses.
Misses off the plate. I
There's
mean,
no doubt that the success rate goes up.
This is
and
pitching
that's what
on
he's
legend
been
for you.
doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
1 out, base is empty.
you do everything that you can with the tools you got, and it still ain't enough. On the ground hard for
Ripped on the ground
Ibanez.
to
Not many
second.
ground balls
Throw
forced
to
by
first.
Skubal
Time.
today. And those that have been forced have gotten through our infield.
So 2 down now. And here
Dylan
is
Moore, a
Dylan
strikeout
Moore.
victim his last time.
Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Moore, no career hits off Tarek. Change
Swing
up
and a
way
miss,
out in
and that's
front.
Strike 2.
And he really sells the changeup with
back
that
heat.
arm action.
Got a piece. I mean, even the worst hitter on in their lineup.
2 down, nobody on. We're
Power's
here at the
beginning to
bottom of the
flicker
4th.
over there. Not over here, not yet. Curveball, swing and a miss, and a strikeout for
gets the
Skubal.
strikeout. 3 up, 3 down. That time.
We're going to hope
To the top
that
of
we
the
hang
5th.
on here, especially because we got a long way to go here in this
Tigers
game.
2.
And I kind of really don't want to be cold again.
Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Yeah, here's hoping we stay on. If we don't, there won't be much of a warning. When our power actually went on Saturday night, it was Like, obviously it was flickering pretty much from the time we got home, but didn't really flicker a whole lot before it actually went, and then when it did, it was just dark. So here's Manny Margot.
Back to work.
Ball
And
one.
that's outside. Margot goes 5 feet 11 inches.
Margot, good
180
career
pounds,
success
and they
against
traded
Gilbert.
for him earlier this year.
Damn.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
I can't hit that
Just
splitter.
a nasty splitter. Bottom falls
Splitter,
out of it.
slider,
Let's
I
see
mean,
how
I'm
throw
guessing
that
wrong
these
every
days,
single
but I tell you
time. I
what,
don't know
he's got
why
a good
they're...
one.
They feel like similar pitches, especially because his slider doesn't break a shit ton. I really wanted to check on that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one I felt was splitter, curveball, something that was going to miss low. Just couldn't hold back.
Next
Going
offer
two.
misses down and away.
Really bailed Gilbert out here. Could be a 3-1 count, and instead, pitch 3 happened.
And
It will
now
be a
it's
full
Phil.
count, though. I think once again, as these games have gone on, we've done a better job with pitch counts. We're not really letting any starter that's facing us go super deep into games. That'll
one
miss
misses.
outside.
So a leadoff walk.
Manuel
What a
Margot on
battle.
base for the
It's not
second
always easy
time here
laying off a
today.
3-2 pitch, and I'll tell you
Leadoff
what,
walk
he
this
earned that walk.
time. Top of the order due up.
Up now for the Tigers.
Gotta feel like we're in a
0-2
great
this
spot here.
one.
1-0.
That one
Counts
not
1-0.
close. Ball one.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
In the air, right field, smacked by Colt Keith, and out of here, we are tied.
He shoots one out to
Second
right.
home run of the
His second
season,
home of
Colt
this
Keith.
series, and it ties it up. It's 4-4.
And an absolute
Wow,
bullet
what a
similar
clutch
to
swing
Jake
right
Rogers
there.
last
And now anything
night.
can happen in this game.
Man, oh man, it is double play or home run for Colt Keith right now.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound.
Got outta here in a hurry.
It gets everyone's attention. Got to pitch
This
to
is
drive.
good. I mean,
Short to the
when
baseball,
our starters
straight
have
up, and
struggled
the
really
batsman
from the
carries out of
get-go,
here.
we've never
So
really
it's all
gotten ourselves
tied
in a
up thanks to the
situation
home
where
run.
we've really
And
tied the
next up
game
for the
back up. We've
Tigers,
gotten
Andy
close, never really tied it up. Ground
That's to
ball from
third,
Ibanez.
Bliss.
That might be a hit. The throw from
Slides
Bliss, and
across.
Ibanez is just too
That
slow.
ground ball may have him back on track after the homer.
Up next to the Tigers, the center
And he
fielder,
not
Riley
quick.
Riley Green up now for
However,
the
here's
Tigers.
Green.
He's already homered in this
Gary
game.
Carpenter guaranteed to bat here in this fifth.
Breaking
Wanted it,
ball in
couldn't
there
get
for
it.
a strike. Action in the bullpen for
one's the count.
Seattle.
Snyder
Colin
and
Snyder, the
Santos
hard-throwing
warming
righties
up for the
and
Mariners, so
loose.
Gilbert's
Santos
end
getting
is
cranked
near.
up as well.
A long ball working today for
They're
Detroit.
down to 1. Swing and a miss. He was
Woo!
late. Strike 2.
Well, just threw that
Honestly,
ball
got to be lucky that the bat didn't come flying out of our
Looking
hands there on
up in
that.
location, very difficult to catch up to, especially
0
with
and
that
2.
velocity.
And in the air, Riley Green has driven one. Not very well.
Calls it
Out
in,
number
and it's
2.
2-0.
Bases are empty for
the
Gary
left
Carpenter.
fielder,
Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers. 1 for 2.
Maybe. Yeah, how long until the torpedo bats in MLB The Show? Carp got his first hit of the season here today. Looking for his first home run of the year. What a time for it would be. Down low, good
Mark
take.
there. And
Been
that
swinging at
is
that
ball
splitter
one.
way too much here in this
Bases
outing for
empty,
Logan
2
Gilbert.
away, but 2 runs are in, and we're at the top of the 5th.
That's a
Next
good
offering
pitch.
is in for a
Not
strike.
ours. Wait for another. Couple of splitters featured here by Logan.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Went after
Just
high
not
heat,
able to catch up to
just
that velocity.
behind it. It's always going to be the case. Down low
Yeah,
3, or
steps
rather
under.
2 and 2. misses
And that
inside.
one's inside.
Do you really want to bother with the potential of Carpenter's power? I mean, Torque has homered off a right-hander this year, so maybe you do. I don't know. In the air to center! And Kerry Carpenter! Tigers lead! Not really center field. That's the big problem with that. I don't know where the ball's going. I guess it is right center field, but finally, Kerry Carpenter is out of his shell. First of the year for Green, first of the year for Carp. The Tigers lead.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111
Absolute bullet off the bat of
really nice
Kerry
Bonds.
Bonds.
As well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Logan Gilbert won't go
All
any
of the
further, and this
runs
is
and
one
all of
he'd
the
like to
home
forget.
runs in
Back
this
with a new
game
arm
now,
after
and the
this.
Tigers find a way to lead. And chase Logan Gilbert before Skubal has exited.
Now pitching for the
Colin
Mariners,
Snyder gets the call from the
So we'll see Colin Snyder, his first
first
appearance of
appearance of the
2025.
Snyder.
Sub-2 ERA in 42 appearances in 2024. So we're dealing with a good arm here.
Here comes Torque to the plate.
Spencer Torkelson now batting 167. 3 hits on the year, including 1 home run. Foul, one off. First pitch sweeper at 82. Pitch we haven't seen, a velocity we haven't seen. Weren't really that far off of that, though. Torque just chopped it.
And that's it.
Down low, 1-1.
Two outs.
And Torque, line drive right to Crawford. At the
Crawford
plate,
throws the first in time.
in the
They
field,
get Torkelson
J.P.
for the out.
Crawford has
Third
been
out.
impact
The two-round trippers
in this series.
inning. The long
2 home
ball
runs for
was
Detroit.
one.
Colt
It's
Keith
now
with a
a
2-run
5-4
shot.
ball game.
Carpenter to right
You're
center
dialed
field
into the show.
gives the Tigers the lead.
Back in Seattle.
Top of the order due up for the Mariners.
Victor Robles.
Victor Robles.
I think this is a situation where we got to be careful. It's probably not a bad idea to just get bullpen action up anyway. Even if Skubal doesn't struggle, just have guys ready. Problem being, we've used Herder on back-to-back days. We just don't have a lot of left-handers in this bullpen, and it's really unfortunate right now. Because I obviously don't want to use our closer Holton this early. I mean, with a day off coming up, I mean, I guess it's not the worst thing in the world to have to use Brant Herder, but I would really rather not do it. Change up, and we do not get that call. Well, name's not Logan Gilbert. And we aren't the Seattle
Right
Mariners.
side. In
Line
plenty
drive
of
right
time
to
at first.
Ibanez.
1-1
1-1.
down.
Now batting, third baseman, Ryan Bliss.
And
Now
stepping
we'll
in
see
for the
Ryan
Mariners,
Bliss.
Ryan Bliss.
0 for 2 today. Popped up.
In the
Long
air, right
run
side.
for Margot, but he
Margot
will be able to
coming
make
on.
this play. And these are
Two-way
some
down.
quick outs for Skubal,
The center fielder,
which
number
might
44,
allow him to
Julio.
pitch a little bit longer, maybe through
Next for the
6.
Mariners. He's one of
Hopefully the
faster
Tigers
guys,
add
just
on in the
like your
top
sprint speed
half
in
of the
bases.
6th inning, but we shall see. We got to get through one of the best
Breaking
hitters
ball
in this
drops in
Mariners
for a
team,
strike.
one of the superstars of the sport, Julio Rodriguez.
Top of the zone
Quickly
for a
0-2.
called strike.
Look pretty good.
Rodriguez
as
gonna
far
be a
as
tough
being in
guy
the
to strike
strike
out, I
zone.
would
Sure, as a
imagine.
hitter, not too good. With where it was
Curveball,
located,
chopper
very
to
top of the
Colt
strike
Keith.
zone,
We're going to
middle
feed
away.
that to
Throws
Tarek.
to first
And
in
that's a
time.
1-2-3 inning for
Rodriguez
Skubal.
on the play. That's the third out.
Tigers
So they
will
make
send
short work of them
McKinstry,
there.
Sweeney,
With
and
five.
Rogers
It's
to the plate in the
Tigers
6th,
five
looking
and
to
the M's
extend
4.
a 1-run lead.
And we're back. Top of the 6th inning. Here's the third baseman, Zach McKinstry.
Well, it's not exactly the most threatening stretch of our order, but it's guys that can provide. some rare pop.
Down and away for ball one. Movement in the bullpen.
Santos and Spire
getting loose out there.
warming up for the Mariners now. It's a bullpen game for Seattle the rest of the way.
The 1-0.
2-0
ball
on Zach McKinstry. And I mean, yeah, if we're able to get a runner on, extend this inning so Margot bats. Margot has reached every time today. Zach McKinstry, right field, hit it fairly well, but Zach just no pop. Oh, wait, has Margot been retired? It feels like Manny's been on base every time. I'm not sure that's true.
Shortstop.
And next to hit for Detroit, Trey Sweeney.
Well, here's Trey Sweeney. 0 for 2. Some good contact there from McKinstry, who's been kind of an everyday player as of late. Whoa!
Missed.
81-mile-an-hour sweeper. We took that and just barely missed.
And that one fouled off.
It's a hard pitch to time up. It really, really is. 1-1 on Sweeney. 2 sweepers from Snyder. Up
Next
high.
offering upstairs.
2-1.
Didn't really come out of that same arm slot that the sweepers have been. Never really threatened the zone.
One down, base is empty. The outside corner, and it's 2-2.
Wanted it if it was going to stay in the zone on the outside part. He clipped the edge. Wow.
Sends him down looking. That was pretty nasty.
Sinkers, one that broke away from us, one that broke in.
Throw that pitch at the
That's
head
just
and
really tough.
Watch it jump back over the inside part of the plate. Tell you what, you are baffled expecting that to almost hit you and then end up as a called strike.
2 outs, base is empty.
Here's Rogers.
Jake Rogers.
Both hits
who's
on the
0 for 2 and a
season
pair of
came last
strikeouts.
night.
Right through there for a strike.
I don't know what it was, just couldn't commit to it.
0-1.
Rogers has been racking up the strikeouts here in the early parts of the season. Oddly enough, though, Jake Rogers has been attacked in mostly one area of the zone in a lot of his ABs.
2 down, nobody on.
Not this time.
Oh, that's just out.
1-1. And popped into foul territory. Late on 96. I didn't even realize he had 96. Inning over. 1-2-3 goes Detroit. We'll send Skub back out, but we really have to be careful with Cal Raleigh.
Bottom of the 6th. Stepping in the long ball threat.
Cal Raleigh's been on today. Been on really to start the season.
At 96,
Sinker
that
from
pitch is
Skub.
in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
It would be a tempting player to try and walk, however, threats behind him.
Fastball is outside.
I think it's just going to be best to try and keep the ball down. And even if it results in a walk, you know, so be it. We're going to have to attack him a little bit here.
Fought off foul.
Change the eye level, and Raleigh fouls it away. 2-2. Slider,
Foul ball,
rocketed,
another 2-2 upcoming.
but a half-mile foul.
And
Full
that's
count.
outside.
Got the inside edge.
Strikeouts for him on the mound.
Oh, missed up a little bit, but Tarek picks out picks up strikeout number 5. And that's a pitch on the edge, a call that we have not gotten frequently today.
Just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Luke Raley up next for the Mariners.
Here's Luke Raley.
Just missed.
Skubal definitely nearing the end. 83 pitches into his day. In the air to center. It's going to be a long run for Riley Green. Not sure if he'll get there. He does.
2 up, 2 down.
Deep fly ball off the bat of Luke Raley. And Riley ran it down.
He'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next
2
pitch.
away for Rosarena. Ugh.
Turned on.
Ugly pitch there. Changeup missed up and away.
2
0-1.
outs. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Oh, this might be the first time in Tigers franchise we get to do this year. Was the ball in the grass yet? I'm going to say no. I mean, he is coming through right here, and there's the baseball. Right. 0-2 on Randy. Curveball on the ground, Trey Sweeney. Is that a boring day over there? 6 decently strong innings from Tarek Skubal. Struggled through the first 3, but 4th, 5th, and 6th were really strong from Tarek today. Might have finally gotten him going.
Welcome back. We're in the
So we'll see Gregory Santos. We saw him last night.
The Mariners. Number
ERA
40,
in ugly territory.
Gregory.
Well, 1-run game. Manuel
We'll
Martinez
head into the
to plate.
bullpen. We'll have 3 innings to get through. I think Brisky is not a bad idea. It doesn't really matter who we throw out there for the 7th. And we're going to kind of have a little bit of an inning where it's going to be kind of scary to try and get through. I mean, Brant Herter, I'm just now realizing, does have a good chunk of stamina, 68. I feel like I like the matchup, Herter versus Crawford, so we'll go with Brant Herter today. Bo Brisky will get the day off, hopefully, and then Vest and Holton the rest of the way.
Pitch misses there. Ball
0-1,
The
Manuel
only
Margot.
adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle.
And in the air to center, but that's some good aim.
Ripped on a line to center.
Oh, good contact from Manny.
1 down.
To be fair, Rodriguez did have to move a little bit, I guess.
And now the first baseman, Colton Keith. Can't forget the 2-run shot he launched out of here in the 5th.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog. As
Man,
he
oh, man.
looks to make even more of an impact
3 home
in this
runs
at-bat right here.
today for Detroit. Colt Keith has gone deep. Riley Green and Kerry Carpenter. Home runs out of the 1, 3, and 4 spots.
And that's in for a strike.
Gregory
It's 0-1.
Santos with a
Well, that's
great
really the money
fastball.
spot, down and
Can
away.
reach
If you
triple
can locate
digits.
that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up.
Nearly
That's
got
what you
hit
love
there
to
on
see
that
relievers
slider.
do coming out of that bullpen.
Santos can be a little wild, as
Slider misses
aforementioned.
outside.
The sliders that never really
Bases
came
empty, 1
close.
away. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
Well, we saw it last night, too. We touched him up a little bit.
And that
3
one
straight
missing
sliders,
inside,
and
a sharp
I don't think one's
slider.
gotten within
Definitely a
6
swing and
inches of
miss
his
slider
own.
down and in. He finished that really well.
3
Just
and
couldn't
1.
get an
Does he
offer
go
at it.
back heat for Colt Keith? No.
Fastball 4.
He did,
Another
but
fastball,
nowhere
missed
close to the
spot.
zone.
Pretty easy walk
And I
right
guess
there.
he'd rather
Last
face
pitch wasn't
Andy
even much to think
Ibanez,
about.
who is 0 for 2 today, but 7 hits in the early stages on the year, coming off a 3-hit day yesterday. Ooh,
Late on that fastball.
tough
There
pitch.
was a high-velocity fastball in the
Guy that
zone. I
leads
think
with
a little
his slider
frustration
certainly
from
thought
walking
that a
the previous
location
hitter.
like that
He's
could
got good
mean
stuff. Pitch inside
it was
the zone
going
and trust
to
it.
break to the outside part of the plate. Not the case there.
And that
Oh,
is cut on and missed. And it's nothing at 2.
0-2 is the count.
couple of gross pitches. 0-2 on Andy. That'll be a ball. A
This
good
one in the
block
dirt.
in behind the plate by Cal Raleigh. Change up in the dirt.
And downstairs.
Great job of laying
Tempting
off those pitches
sinker.
down in the zone to even the count up at
Taken
2-2.
yet again by
Such
Ibanez.
a better feeling for the hitter.
Ground ball. Good
And
protection.
it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
I think we've done a decent job of that
Leads
today.
off
More
first
so,
with one
we're
away.
trending in the right direction on that. A lot of strikeouts early in the season so far, and it's just been the lack of extending at-bats on some pretty good two-strike pitches. I think we've done that a couple different times today.
2-2 on the way.
Oh,
Swings and misses.
not much we were doing there. That's
We've
filthy.
seen a lot more these days than we ever did when I played. But the slider in the 90s still catches your attention. Even if you're sitting on the pitch, good luck recognizing that tight spin and adjusting to the late break.
I think we were still a little out in front on that. 91 miles an hour to Andy Ibanez,
Up
and
next for Detroit,
here is Riley Green.
His two-run homer back in the third was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped
First
set the
home run
tone
of this
fairly
season.
early and certainly
Tied
part of
the
reason
game.
why they've got the lead right now.
Big time stuff from Riley. But can he do it again? Or at the very least, provide a hit that can bring Carpenter back up?
That one's in there. That's strike one.
Good one to try and get after. 0-1.
And
Down
that
low.
one missing low.
Sinker right in line with that fastball. It's a good take. And caught at first base by Luke Raley.
One left for Detroit. They lead at 5-4.
Well, that opens the door when the Tigers bat next. See if the Mariners want to bring a left-hander in and maybe force the issue just a little bit, and we can dip into our bench. Bring Justin Henry Malloy on.
Here to start the bottom of the seventh.
And here's the inning where we're just trying to piece it together. Brant Herter has had an up-and-down season. 4 appearances already.
Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got.
We're going to get
So now here's
some action up behind him. Breesky, and I don't really want to go with Holton this early. Holton would be like a last case type of scenario, but we'll at least get him hopefully a little warm here.
the pitch. Just
Sinker will miss from
outside
Herter.
edge.
Solid start to the year for Jorge Polanco.
There's a
Fastball
strike
will
on
hit the edge of
outside
the zone.
corner.
1-1. I think he missed a little bit inside. Polanco reached for it.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
Oh, what a sweeper.
And they get the lead
Not
off
where
in the
we
seventh.
wanted it,
A
but
big
Polanco
first
was
out here in
taken
the seventh.
regardless, and Brant Herter picks up a
So
K.
much to change the outlook of an important game like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, it's so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
So now we'll see
making in,
Crawford.
JP
Really the
Crawford.
reason that Herter is pitching here this inning.
There's the strike.
The 0-1. Sweeper.
Pulled softly,
Didn't
but
throw it
goes
that
foul.
great, but well enough. And the 0-2. In the air to
Lifted
left.
in the air, out to left.
Easy
Carpenter
play for Kerry Carpenter.
makes the grab for the second out.
So now Dylan Moore.
For the Mariners.
This is the batter that we really didn't care that Herter was going to have to face. Dylan Moore 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today.
Holding on to a one-run lead here at the bottom of the seventh.
Back up the middle.
Swing, and this one's
Played
bounced
by
to the ground.
Ibanez. Decent speed down the line, but a 1-2-3 inning
Play, and the inning
for
is
Brant
over.
Herter.
Mariners go down quietly there.
We'll head to the
They trail
8th.
it
Tigers
5-4.
clinging to a 1-run lead. Carpenter, Torkelson, and McKinstry are due up next.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Mariners.
back, and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the 8th.
55.
Well, we'll see Gabe Spire.
Again, the lefty with
Third
the
appearance
left-handed
of the
hitter coming
year
up
out of the
to
Mariners' pen for him
move
has
right
yet
here,
to
so
allow
we'll
a
see
hit.
how it works out.
Well,
But as we
one-run
kind of
game.
anticipated,
Here's the left fielder, Kerry Carpenter.
it is indeed a left-hander out of this Mariners pen to kind of force our hand when it comes to Carpenter. And I've really been impressed in his 2 games, both of them coming off the bench
So
with
now
the
a pinch hitter,
at least contact of Justin Henry Malloy. Picked up a hit in last night's game after his season debut in game number 1 of this series, where pinch hitting yet again, but hit the ball hard both times.
Swings and misses.
A bit late on that first pitch changeup. Haven't seen a lot of straight changes today. Not a big-time fastball for Spire, but does have a sinker that could fool us as well.
Nope, outside.
1-1 on Jahan. His single last night was also an RBI. And back up the middle, and a dive in center field by Rodriguez, but he can't pick it up. Justin Henry Malloy off the bench again.
He was all over that one. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream
Take
about.
those.
Ones in the cage, you're just hoping
Lead
you
off
get in the
single.
ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And here is Spencer Torkelson.
And I mean, I really like having Torque in that 5 spot for when they make moves in their pen to really almost force Carpenter out of the game. Because now it matches up very well here with Torque. Down the line foul. It's probably a home run pitch if I'm on it. Down and in has been a spot that, you know, historically on this channel I don't particularly love, but early on this year has been a bit of a different story. Ooh, Torque, we gotta be on that. Fouled it straight back. And it's 0-2. And popped it straight up in the air.
Into foul ground.
Cal Raleigh's there. 1 away.
Raleigh right there to make the grab. And there's 1 away. And the batter now.
Well, that blows just a little bit.
For 3 in this one.
McKinstry.
Zach McKinstry with 1 away. We could also
asks for time at the plate.
sub in a guy like Javier Baez. Now, Javi can't play third. We'll have to move some guys around. Trey Sweeney can, so not much of an issue there. So McKinstry for Baez.
Pinch hitter, Javier Baez. Runner on
Off to a
first,
500 start this year. 5 hits in 10 ABs. My goodness. I mean, we're not going to keep this up. We know that. But what a start to the year for Javi.
And there's a strike.
Haven't really showcased much power from Baez, but he's done enough. He's gotten on base, driven in a run. Ooh. Slowed the fastball down, might have pulled out in front of it just a little bit, and we did. And the 0-2.
Good
up high and a
eye
good
there.
take.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to
All
lay off.
fastballs from Gabe Spire. Malloy still stands on first. And 2-2.
And that's ball 2.
You know, 7th, 8th inning. We've not been afraid to dip into the bench. Down low, 3-2. It's another scenario in this game where the Mariners have had a guy down 0-2 and let him off the hook potentially. And Baez, a little slicer. Gonna be a tough double play, but they got it. That's just credit to the Mariners on that.
In the inning, but no one left. Last half of the 8th.
Good play.
It's the Tigers 5 and the M's 4.
Good contact from Javi, which is just something that you know is going to come crashing down at some point. I mean, Javi Baez, one of the worst hitters in baseball here at this rate.
Henry Malloy, the new left fielder after entering the game as a pinch
Number
hitter.
44, Justin Henry Malloy.
So we'll head to our lineup, swap Baez and Sweeney.
So back to the top of the
We're
order.
all set there.
And now for
So let's take a look at what we got coming up here.
1 for 3.
Nothing but right-handers. So, I mean, yeah, it's Will Vest time, I guess. Except we didn't warm up Will Vest. So Bo Brisky is going to be forced into action here. But we will also warm up Will. That's just an oversight.
Number 4.
But hopefully, this still works out okay for us. Fastball near perfect
for a strike.
from Bo to start against Victor Robles. Slider command, awful. Oh man, what a pitch. Even still. And just missed. Fastball, strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, what? What do you mean he swung at that and got a piece? Good God. Slider taken for strike 3. Not sure what he thought it was, not sure what he was expecting, but that's a hittable pitch. Just take it the other way. Slider a little bit up. On the outside part of the plate, but up. Here's Ryan Bliss.
Next for the Mariners.
This is a hitter here that we do not want to let on base. And in the air to center. Shallow for Riley Green.
And it's caught for the out.
Good news for us now. Julio Rodriguez is at the plate with the bases clear. He is 0 for 2 today. After being a big reason why the Mariners won the opener of this series. Sinker just low from Bo.
It's 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Yee.
That one fouled off.
We are lucky that he pulled that. Very, very lucky. And hit hard. Malloy not quick on the move. He can't get it. Hopping up against the wall. Rodriguez will stop at second base, but more importantly, it stays in the ballpark.
Behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way. A chance now to even the score.
Malloy a little bit of a defensive liability at times.
So runner at second, 2 down.
So now Cal Raleigh. Rough spot for Bo Brisky.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
2-0.
Delivers outside.
Well, no need to go right at
I think
this guy.
the most important thing here is just don't let Raleigh hurt us.
If he doesn't, give him a walk.
3-0.
That one a little
That's
below the knees.
Truthfully fine with the base open.
Luke Raley.
We do have Luke Raley due up, a little bit of a
Chance to make big
concern.
impact here. So the tying run at second.
Oh, God, I hate it.
Splits the plate, and it's 3-1.
I think we just continue to just try and locate. And on the ground, it gets through. Rodriguez will be waved home. The throw from Malloy is not in time. What this team can't do, every team we have faced can, and that is find holes in the infield. Cal Raleigh has had a day. He's had a series.
The next to hit.
I don't think we have much of a choice here.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like
Tyler Holton will enter this
so
game.
the closer summoned
Not
from
a
the
save
bullpen.
situation. In fact, Tyler Holton in 2 appearances has not had a save situation.
I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
There's a strike.
0-1.
And a
Sweeper
swing
would
for
just
misses.
miss.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And a count 1-2.
Launched on that.
2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first.
And on the ground to Bias. Strong throw on to first, and we head to the 9th.
Out number 3.
Well, we were in a rough spot, and we really paid a price for not having our bullpen up and ready. Our setup man not warmed up, and by the time it was time to go to him, where we needed him, it was a bit too late.
Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Matt Brash.
So we'll see the Mariners closer as well. Matt Brash against the bottom of the order. 7, 8, 9. Sweeney, Rogers, and Margot.
And fouled off.
First pitch slurve, a pitch we have not seen too much here early this season. Went after a slider.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down.
0-2 on Sweeney. And fouled away. 100.
100 miles an hour foul.
Just caught up to it enough to foul it off.
Swinging, I won't say hitting,
a 5-pitch closer, a rarity here in Matt Brash. I don't know how we got a piece of that. It'll be caught out there in right field, but
one up, one down.
Boy, oh boy.
And next up for the Tigers,
Jake Rogers, 2 for 18 on the year. Only gotten 1 game off where we started Dylan Dingler. Nearly got hit.
Been close there. Ball 1.
Slider command from multiple Mariners pitchers in this game has not been ideal.
A swing and a miss. And
slider didn't slide. Broke straight down. 1-1.
That one is downstairs.
All sliders from Brash. Imagine having a 100-mile-an-hour fastball and being like, nah, I ain't going to throw it.
Swing and a miss.
98 off the plate. I don't really even think they're trying to pitch to Rogers too much. Trying to make us chase with all Jake's strikeouts, and so far it's worked. Wow.
Down on strikes he goes.
He just threw off our timing. That fastball, middle in. And Rogers' strikeout problems will continue. But again, I don't know why. He's getting like my road to the show treatment.
Here's Manuel Margot.
Two away here in the 9th for Margot. We're gonna step off here. Tyler Holton could go.
On the mound right now.
And I mean, maybe that's the plan, and maybe we try and save Will Vest. It doesn't really matter who we throw out there in the bottom of the 9th. Margot into right field, his second hit of the day.
So now back
soft
to the
serve, single to right field off a slider for Matt Brash. The top of the order will turn around. Holt Keith, who's, giving us a taste of both today. He's grounded into a double play, but he's also homered. 10 pitches for Brash. All we really need is one of those mistake slurves. 1-0.
That pitch is out.
This is a happening, you might say. In the air to center, hit fairly well, not enough air underneath that. And we head to the bottom of the 9th. Kind of trending in game 1 directions, you know. Kind of thought we had the Mariners there and gave it up yet again.
We head to the bottom of the 9th, and stepping in for the Mariners, Randy Arozarena.
Randy Arozarena to lead off the 9th has been a non-factor in this series. Hard foul ball.
And that one fouled off.
Randy down 0-2.
And that's downstairs. It's a ball in 2 strikes.
We might have to try and break out a sweeper. Fouled off, just off the end of the bat. Holton just not a great four-seamer. Oh, but we got a Arozarena swinging on that like he expected it to have a little bit more heat on it.
As a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all
Tried
of
to
a sudden
pull
the
it,
plate starts to get
missed
really
it.
wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure,
So here's Polanco, the switch hitter.
pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Polanco stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
Ooh, swing and a miss. Good cutter on the inside edge, and that's why I love having Holton in the back end of this pen. He can locate. Oh, boy.
Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. Wow.
Some bad timing of words.
A solo shot. A
Walk-off home run. Jorge Polanco. Mariners win the game and the series. Mistake with the changeup. Left it up. And the Tigers drop to 1-5. Gave it away. There's no real easy way, no real other way to say it. Didn't have the right guy. Warmed up in the 8th inning. You got to imagine that Will Vest is able to get this into the 9th with a Tigers lead, and yet here we are. We blew it, unfortunately. We got a day off tomorrow. Home opener 2 days from now against the Chicago White Sox. Brash earns the win, Holton the loss, and the Mariners win this 3-game set, 2-1.